Hello and welcome to another session of Me Programming Daily. Let's switch to the code view. Today on my agenda is going to be to pick up some of the new issues that I created last time. Let's see what would be good. You know what, actually before we dive into that, I made some changes to my Docker file in order to figure out why HLint is not available in the terminal. And even though it is installed, I can confirm it, it is still not available. I don't know why that is. I didn't spend too much time troubleshooting it. And I also got rid of ZSH in favor of just plain old bash. So the prompt is looking pretty much vanilla. I'll probably address that later. But let's dive into those issues. I hope you had a lovely weekend. I just have my coffee ready, so it should be an interesting session now. So provide input source and execution scripts for all examples. That would be good for a relaxing session. But I think we have a little bit of time today, so maybe let's start with this bug. Don't ignore the extra ID of connected skewer blocks. Now, this is going to be very interesting because those IDs only go here. And if I just add it like that, the parsing will not work. Well, even before we get to parsing, the lexing would not work. But maybe that's the whole point of the exercise. Let's yes, right now we have nothing. So let's start working on this. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, oh, we don't have input for that anymore. But if I'm not mistaken, the ID only, the ID only can exist at the end of a branch. Like this could be the ID. But the types I'm using also allow for something like this to also be valid, which definitely is not valid. Once you have the ID, you can't go back. So let's give it a little try. Say, no, this should be fine. In the right-hand side branch, let's go back to 3. So if I run it now, lexing will not work. Or lexing did work, but we had parsing error. Okay, let's see how this got next. So we have token block 3R1, token block 3R2, and then token solo identifier. You know what? Let's just refresh my memory. How that Lexer 4 looked like. Oh, that's for silhouette diagrams. So this is taken as a solo identifier. Okay. Just not really correct. It's not solo, it is participating in a block. So let's see what our Lexer code thinks of it. So I think I'll have to introduce new token called token connected block that has the ID, white space, content, and also then an ID again. I think this is how it's going to look like this. And that is going to be a connected token. Token connected block. Let's try to build it. It should build, but it shouldn't parse. It's a parse error, but now we have token. Oh, this still doesn't work. Oh, it should be white plus. Let's see now. Ooh. So this doesn't even Lex. Let's put it here. Ooh. We can't have that. We can't have that. Because that could match something like this. And we don't want it. Maybe we don't need it. Let's see how the parser would take it. would have to change it though. Meaning I would have to change the connected skewer blocks. Oh, sorry. It is already correct. It means that the type of connected skewer blocks contains already a collection of skewer blocks, and at the end of it, as an extra, maybe we get an ID. Okay, so let's go back to Lexer. So we do not need that. We don't need that. The input would probably look a little bit different, like that. For now, we're not doing any validation, so let's call it 3 to 1, so it's easy to spot. The Lexer is unchanged. If we run it, the Lexing should work, the parsing should not. Parser. Now, let's go to the parser code. Now, what the parser does not expect here is an ID. Here, solo identifier. And it should expect it here. So no, for now, let's assume that whenever we see this solo identifier, we do nothing. But it is still wrong. Let's remove this from the input. It is working. I quickly changed the action 11 to action 1 and vice versa, just to make sure I'm generating newest images. Tokens are generated correctly. They are parsed correctly as well. What do we get? If we do decide to bring the ID back, in here where we have 3R2, right branch action 2, 3R2, right branch action 2, token solo identifier 321, token CCB. Okay. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Sorry. It is not like that. It will be placed. Here, I think. But also not always. So first of all, let's see if this works. So for now, I'm only assuming that solo identifiers can reside in right branches. Tokens are done. It is parsed. This is getting a little bit crazy, but we can work with it. So we need to cater for all kinds of combinations, meaning solo identifier might exist in the left branch, it might exist in the right branch, it might exist in both. Same here, let's just sanity check it. We have none, right, left, both. Let's go back to the point where it worked. Yep, I'm sure I made a mistake somewhere. Ooh. Oh, yes. So everything is getting shifted now. Well, some tokens are shifted. Yes? Correct. So this is it again. Is it? No, it is 9. Yes, of course it's 9. Yeah, this remains unchanged. All right. So now we need to cater for 2 more scenarios here, where the solo identifier could exist in the left branch as well. So both left only, right only, none. And in that case, this gets shifted to 10. is also 9. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is unchanged. Let's format it nicely. This one is the longest. I'm definitely being too pedantic with this. Okay. So now the only thing that we need to worry about is how to leverage those identifiers. So connected skewer blocks. Let's commit this for now. So now to construct an ID, we just need a string. I think, yes. And that should be reasonably simple. But we are interested in token number 10. Are we not importing it? Drakon ID. It is imported. That should be maybe ID. So let's test it quickly. It's still not correct, but at least we can test if the parsing transforms the text into the correct diagram. So at the end of right branch of the first fork, we have the ID. Now let's correct it. It should go back to 3. So this is the first fork. Instead of going here, it should go back to 3. Here to the fork 1. Pretty exciting stuff. Let's see. We are interested in this token, I think. I hope. I only built it. Let's also run it. Beautiful. Oh, this is such a nice feeling when it just works. So we just parsed the connected skewer block. It goes back here. It will probably render something silly if we changed it to a non-existent ID. It still parses, it still tokenizes, but it connects nowhere. Okay. Which is very graceful, much more graceful than I expected. Yep. So it goes here. And let's also do this branch. Well, actually, let's do all branches. So this is 11. This is 10. Oh, sorry, 9. I think. This should still be fine. No changes made to be reflected in the diagram. But let's go back to our input and let's finish this branch with left branch action 1, 3L1. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it does work. There are no clashes. Now, the algorithm does not prevent from clashes yet. So this is something that I still need to implement. But let's see if we can loop back to 3, for example, here. This is not a test of Elixir or a parser. This is just a test of my rendering or positioning algorithm. Let's see what this will render. Yeah, the lines cross, which is not correct. That's fine. 3L1 will do. Yeah, this looks correct. All of this looks fine. That is fine. Okay, so probably the next session is going to be focused on either the README problem. The README should be accompanied by the input. Right now in the README we only have results. Oh, but before we do that, we need silhouette diagrams parsable. Let's see if we have an issue for this. Silhouette diagram parsing. So this is naturally going to be our direction for the next session. And after that is done, I can probably move on to the README and then to fixing that connection. So I think this is good enough for today. Let's just check out mine. And we're good. So I would like to thank you all for your attention today, for watching me modify that parser. And yeah, more interesting content to follow, if that's your cup of tea, of course. Take care. Bye.